Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for this evening's episode, we are going to talk about something that's going down in Pennsylvania. Now, if this is not a perfect case in point as to why this governorship election coming up is so important, I don't know what is. Now, this is not another political video. This is actually something that's happening in Pennsylvania. They are implementing more and more gun control, even though the existing governor is on the way out the door, and they completely duplicate federal rules that were just put into place. So why? That's what the question that we're going to try to address. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below. And again, this is why Pennsylvania, you have a huge opportunity to get this kind of crap out of your governor's mansion. All right, let's dive into this. Like I said, everything is linked. I want to show you this, and let's get into it. Governor Wolf. Pennsylvania State Police prepared to implement stricter ghost gun regulations in the Commonwealth. Okay, that's interesting because remember, Biden's whole shtick, his big impact on gun control because he couldn't pass federal legislation, thank God, was because he wanted ghost guns. So why? If Biden just passed the ghost gun rule, it's in the Federal Register, it's official, why is Pennsylvania doing it after that? Ask yourself that question because the why is crucially important, but let's keep going. Governor Tom Wolf was joined by Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Colonel Robert Evanchik today to announce that following the Biden administration's new final rule on ghost guns, Pennsylvania stands ready to implement the same regulation at the state level. Why? It's federal. You're not adding anything. You're not taking anything away because you can't do that. So why are you doing this? This is about ideology. This is not about common sense, as much as they'd like to think it is. The existing rule that they're putting at the state level is literally Biden's rule that he just put in through the ATF on a federal level around ghost guns, right? It doesn't make sense. Most of these Democratic power pushes don't make sense on gun control, gun violence, whatever they want to call it. It doesn't make sense. Check it out. We're going to keep going. Quote, the numbers don't lie. Ghost guns are being seized and recovered from crime scenes at an alarming rate. It's like 1 to 2%. Just so you know, the real statistic from the ATF. Said Governor Wolf, quote, if you want to own a gun, you need to go through checks and balances that are necessary to ensure public safety because rights are lesser than public safety in these people's minds. Just saying, if it conflicts with their proposed perception of public safety, that right cannot be. What other rights are they going to do that to? Keep that in mind. This is not just about the Second Amendment. Any other rights? What are the things you're seeing in the popular culture right now? Exactly. Why are the leftists freaking out about Twitter being purchased by Elon Musk? By the way, at Braden LOA. This is a big deal. There's a lot of questions in this, not just about this Second Amendment piece. Unserialized guns are an untraceable threat to our society, and that's why we're ready to immediately mirror this federal regulation at the new state level as soon as possible. Again, why? It doesn't make any sense. Now, this is the part where I'm going to get into why it's so important, what you guys can do in the upcoming November election, because it's time to act, right? Governor Wolf has worked throughout his administration to combat gun violence in Pennsylvania and even to specifically address incidents involving ghost guns. Now, this is really important. So in 2019, Governor Wolf and Attorney General Josh Shapiro worked together to implement a strategy to treat 80% receivers, you know what it is, as classified as firearms in Pennsylvania that require serial number. So the exact same stuff in federal. Doesn't make sense. And this is why you want to get this guy, and he's not running for re-election. You have a good opportunity for an empty office, by the way, in Pennsylvania. Check this out. These are the things that a Democratic governor has done with no legislative assistance at all. He doesn't have the House or the Senate. Additional efforts to curb gun violence in Pennsylvania include, now this is coming from Governor Wolf's website. In 2019, he signed an executive order making sweeping changes to gun violence in Pennsylvania, including the creation of a special counsel on gun violence, similar to what Muriel Bowser just did in Washington, D.C., like yesterday or today, around a special counsel, a special task force on gun violence. They don't do anything. It's all about political points. All right, there's 4 points, by the way, that they did, that they're touting. He's invested more than $50 million in grassroots community gun violence prevention programs around the Commonwealth. They've worked so well that he's putting in this new implemented rule. Again, everything conflicts. It doesn't make sense. Why? Check this out. And this is the part where he had no support from House or Senate in Pennsylvania. In December 2021, he vetoed Senate Bill 8565, dangerous legislation that would have removed licensing and background check requirements for concealed carry permits and overturned Philadelphia's requirement for a permit to open carry. This is literally constitutional carry that he vetoed. Okay, got one more for you. In January of this year, he vetoed House Bill 979, which would discourage local jurisdictions from attempting to regulate firearms. Again, that's preemption. Every laundry list of gun control checklist that he did from a Democratic seat of power in the governorship of Pennsylvania with no House and no Senate stymieing every gun right proposal they sent along. He actually holds the record for the most vetoed proposals. That's how much disjointment there was between the two houses. This is incredibly important, guys. I wanted to highlight this to you. I wanted to show you what was going on in Pennsylvania, and I wanted to bring this and tie this around to now is our time to activate. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.